Like most people in Hong Kong, French national and business owner Philippe Bru works hard.
I sell wines to mainly to private clients in Hong Kong, and also to hotels and also to casinos in Macau.
Please come in.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Long time no see.
But Philippe also spends a lot of time seeking sponsorship for his children's charities,
Good afternoon.
How are you?
as he's doing here with one of his business clients.
We have about now more than 100 children, and I'm hoping that with the charity status and talking to different sponsors, and we're going to be able to register another 100 before the end of 2008.
Philippe had not always noticed the problem of underprivileged children.
I never paid attention that there were some underprivileged children in Hong Kong, although perhaps I knew about it, but I wasn't interested to do anything, which was a bit sad.
But 2 years ago, while he was playing a charity football match with the Diadora League, a football league he founded, he was made aware of the problem.
We took part of a homeless football tournament in Mongkok to help the homeless Hong Kong national team. And by talking to the organizations that were bringing these homeless adults, I found out that some kids also were completely underprivileged.
He knew what he wanted to do.
Beside my business, I'm also very passionate about playing football. We decided to have our own society to help these kids. We started with Football for Life in 2006.
And why did you decide to teach them football?
Well, first of all, because we knew about soccer, about football.
Philippe asked several charity organisations who look after underprivileged children to see if they'd like to learn football, and the answer was yes.
FBI, the manager, please. I'll give you the schedule, the rules.
Raising money for Football for Life has not been a problem. His now 7-team-strong Diadora League have regular fundraisers, like this one last September at the beginning of the soccer season. And there are many organisations willing to join in the fund to raise money.
This is our first time to sponsor a football programme. Very excited. It's an opportunity to give back in a simple way to the kids in Hong Kong.
Football for Life gets corporate sponsorship for the kids' packs, which they are given at the beginning of the season. Football for Life got its charity status 6 months ago and now has around 100 children. But running a charity, like running a business, has its challenges. At the end of Football for Life's first season, the head coach resigned. The search is on to find another dedicated coach. Meanwhile, the kids have not been able to play football since September.
The problem is when you have 100 kids, and football is not an easy sport to coach. You need to have an expert.
But finally, a head coach is found and will be starting this May. Philippe has even bigger plans.
The vision is about, in the next 5 years, is to have our own facility so these kids can learn football, perhaps indoor, and for them to travel as well, because we want them to travel to London or to Europe or to Australia and to organize a tournament where underprivileged kids from Cambodia play against Hong Kong.
Philippe has also started a second charity, Cooking for Life, which is in its first year.
Being from France, you learn about cooking, about going to markets when you're 5 years old with your mum, your dad, and cooking is part of our lives.
His vision is to inspire impoverished young people to not only cook, but to understand about food. He enlisted some celebrity help for that.
The Alaskan king crab, from Alaska. What they eat is the leg.
Martin and I've literally sent him an email with the proposal of Cooking for Life. And to my surprise, that weekend he was flying to Hong Kong and he said, Philippe, I'll meet you. He said, when I was 5 years old, when I was 10 years old, I wish Cooking for Life was there for me. And within a matter of 5 minutes, I said, Philippe, I'm willing to be your ambassador. So whenever I come to Hong Kong, about 10 times per year now, I want to help the kids. I want to bring them to different markets. I want to really help them to learn the art of cooking.
Look, these are chilies. You see how beautiful they are? There are some bigger chilies over here. The bigger the chili, the milder it is.
The children also go to hotels each Saturday to learn to cook.
One Saturday they will learn about chocolate, one day they will learn about dumplings, Chinese food, Thai food, Japanese food. They will learn different styles from different chefs.
Today's program is for you to make pizza. If you have an oven at home, you can try this yourself. We'll teach you how to make your pizza dough. The second step is to show you how to shape your dough into a pizza.
Sometimes you let the piece, like this time we made a pizza, maybe next time we made a sandwich or the lunchbox, single thing.
Across town, these teens from the Hong Kong Federation of Youth Groups take in some kitchen hygiene before learning how to make dim sum.
When you enter the kitchen, make sure you're clean, wear your apron and cap. It's vital to wash your hands before you work. We have to hand wash here. Today we'll make an XO sauce fresh meat fried dumpling. Firstly, we need fresh meat. Wash it, then cut it into strips.
Philippe says the hotel industry has responded well to Cooking for Life.
So far, so good. I mean, there is about 10 different hotels, organizations that they say yes, they want to help out.
Many hotels in Hong Kong have done a lot of charity from time to time, and I think it's important for us as part of community that we have to support the community and the people here, be a part of them as well.
Being in Hong Kong for 13 years, you wake up every day and you're thinking, okay, I've got my own business, I've got my own family, but something is missing. And through football or cooking, once you are passionate about it, there's only one way to go to, and that is to help the community and find ways how you can do it very cheaply and in a very effective way.
Back in Sham Shui Po, the elderly are another vulnerable group living in poverty. SOCO volunteers visit and help 4,000 cage dwellers throughout Hong Kong, like this one where Mr. Ng lives. Ng, aged 78, has lived here for 40 years. He pays $1,250 a month for his cage home, one of 10 in the flat.
Included. Not enough for food after paying the rent. Have to borrow from others to buy food. Can't move elsewhere. So old, why move?
Those elderly people and senior citizens, if they got nothing to depend on, they will get about 3,000. Should they spend the money on a piece of bread, or should they spend the money for a more decent accommodation? You know.
When they come to me, I said, since they are over 60, it's no problem for them to get a unit in public housing. But the problem is, it may not be in Sham Shui Po. It may be in other areas, even maybe in like Tsuen Wan and Sa Tin. For the young kids or young people, they think Tsuen Wan and Sa Tin is okay. But for those elderly, they can't accept it. They even can't accept a place other than Sham Shui Po.
Our flatmates are all old friends, not just friends.
Mr. Chan has lived here for 20 years and says they must all eat out or have delivery, as they aren't allowed to cook in the room.
Going to the restaurant across the street, a breakfast costs $20 to $30 plus 10% service charge. I eat 2 meals a day. I skip lunch to save money.
Some recent news reports suggest the government might give the elderly an extra month of CSSA in the upcoming budget, but Si Lai Shan says it's not enough.
The poor face more difficult situation because inflation is very high.
Raising the CSSA to $4,000 will barely be enough for many.
Mr. Ng is not too optimistic about Wednesday's budget.
What do you wish for? You can't wish for anything.
Well, we see in Wednesday's budget what the government might be doing to help the poor. And thank you for watching our show. Until next time, from the Per Report team, good night and have a great week.